So far, it was largely the philosophers who studied human consciousness, but a serious effort to understand consciousness and walk the path towards ultimate reality was made at the MIT World Peace University in the form of the world's first conference on consciousness, the ultimate reality. Many eminent personalities, speakers, thinkers, and philosophers from all over the world share their thoughts on this subject during this conference. Journey into Mind, Consciousness, and DNA and Origin of Thoughts was the subject of discussion by Anandi Ravinanth, the trustee of Innerlight Foundation.
Respected Professor Dr. Vishwanath Karad, Dr. Deepak Ranade, Dr. Jayant Khandare, Dr. Rahul Karad, Dr. Siddharth Singh, Swami Amarnath, and eminent speakers, dignitaries, guests, and my intelligent young minds. Namaskar to one and all. And thanks for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this unique conference. I am also grateful to the Universal All-Intelligent Cosmic Consciousness for giving me messages during my meditation to get in touch with Dr. Padma Shastri, a very senior professor, scientist retired from NCCS, National Center for Cell Sciences. So after nearly 25 years, I reconnected with her, gave her my book, Mind Your DNA, and she immediately put me in touch with Dr. Deepak Ranade, and here I am. So my special thanks to Dr. Padma Shastri and Dr. Deepak Ranade for having made this opportunity for me to come and speak to such an august audience. This conference is all about consciousness, the ultimate reality. Now this reality exists at two levels, the macrocosmic level and the microcosmic level. My topic is going to delve into the microcosmic level, microcosmic consciousness, which is the individual consciousness. So my journey into meditation has been a very unique one. It started with my meeting my Guruji Kumar Krishnamurti ji, who himself was a corporate person. He was heading the Italian shipping company at that time, and he also had a spiritual streak in him. He used to go into deep dhyana avastha and speak about meditation. So just like the Vedas and Upanishads were the divine outpourings from the ancient rishis, similarly Guruji Kumar Krishnamurti used to go into deep meditation avastha and speak about meditation. So all those things got recorded in cassettes, and by divine grace I got an opportunity to hear those tapes and transcribe it for him. Thus was born the book Innerlight Cosmic Meditation. And as I started practicing meditation and I started helping him out in workshops, I realized that a lot of healing is taking place in the body physical, in people who are attending the workshops. So because of my biotechnology background, I put two and two together. I said if meditative energies are working on the body physical, then they have to have an impact at the cellular level, at the DNA level. And from the year 2002 onwards, I started getting insights during my meditation about what is happening during meditation at the cellular level, at the DNA level. And over a period of time, a lot of messages I started getting, and I compiled the whole thing with substantiating them with the existing scientific work. So this book, Mind Your DNA, is a compilation of my divine revelation substantiated by the scientific research work. So before I talk about my book, I would like to discuss this mega project which was started by the US, and there were 6 other countries, the developed countries which were involved: US, UK, Germany, France, Japan and China. So the objective of the project was to sequence the... Oh, sorry. Am I very loud? Okay. So this project, the objective of this project was to sequence the entire human genome, find out which portions of the gene are responsible for which disease, and develop targeted therapy against them. Now it was a decade-long project, and it was a mega scale project. Nearly $3 billion was spent in that. And after the end of a decade, they found that only 2% of our... Can I have the slide on the screen? Okay. So after nearly a decade, they found that only 2% of the genome is coding.
You can change the slide with your...
Yeah, no, it was there. I was seeing myself on the screen, that's why I thought, okay. So, yeah, sorry. So, at the end of the project, they discovered that only 2% of our genome is coding for proteins, that is structural proteins and functional proteins, whereas the 98% of our genome was non-coding, does not code for proteins. So, they initially, in fact, called it as junk DNA. Now it was a mega scale project and nearly $3 billion were spent, and after sequencing the entire human genome they found that it is made up of 3.3 billion base pairs of nucleotides. And the other interesting observation that they made, that in that 2% coding DNA, humans were resembling mouse, 99.9% humans and mouse were alike. So when the results of the Human Genome Project were declared at the White House by the then President Bill Clinton, he even made a casual remark, whether we are learning the language in which God created life. So he made a very casual remark, but I feel there's a lot of truth in it. Is it possible that the visible physical body that we see of ourselves is just 2% of who we are? The remaining 98% of who we are, our entire being, is invisible to us. It's our energy, and that is why it has to be realized through the process of meditation, cosmic meditation. So let us try to understand the mind. I would like to call mind as a matrix, because mind is full of, it's a storehouse of enormous amount of information. So right from our childhood, all our experiences get embedded in the mind in the form of emotions, and emotions are collection of thought particles, thoughts. So every incident is related to certain emotions, and these emotions have various thoughts associated with them, and they get embedded in the mind. Now DNA, as we saw, is a giant nanomolecule, and mind is a storehouse of enormous amount of information.